Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back today with another daily crypto update. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Icon, which is having a great day today, up 20%, as well as my normal schedule of Roblox, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, Neo, Vertcoin, Monero, Omisego, Lisk, Cardano, and IOTA, all of those in a technical analysis on TradingView in that order in just a second. Other than that, if you're interested in monthly cryptocurrency buying opportunities, or 5 high return cryptocurrencies for your 2018 portfolio, you can find both of those things in my premium content, and I'll have a link to that in the description of this video. Make sure to check out Binance if you're interested in trading altcoins, and go follow me on Twitter if you want to get live cryptocurrency market updates. So let's talk a little bit about what the general market is doing right now. And what we can see is finally cryptocurrencies are acting strong again, basically, right? It's not like, during the euphoria moment back in December where it kind of cryptos went mainstream and everything was up 20-30% every day. We're not at that level just yet. I see that as a bit of a good thing. That's a point that I wanted to make in this video, is you don't have to get always these massive up days, because that's kind of unsustainable and it's a little bit dangerous as well. This is a much better price action and healthier price action. So there are some pretty big movers, don't get me wrong here. Ripple up about 16%. Like I said, Icon up 20%. They're advancing really well here, I think. I mean, the market is being kind of led right now by Bitcoin doing pretty good. Ethereum especially. Ethereum is really sticking out of the bunch here, up 12%, really leading the market. Ripple got a nice boost today, up 16%, going back towards $1.50. Litecoin starting to do well again, going back towards $200 now. Neo, once again, doing well, up to above $150. And like I said, Icon doing very well here, going back towards $10. I'm not going to go through all of them, obviously, but overall, we're actually having a pretty good day here, and our chain up 25%. So that's about it for the general market update. Let's jump right into the technical analysis, starting off with Icon, and then we're going to go over Roblox and the normal schedule. Icon, as you can see, has been uptrending very nicely. Took a bit of a hit here as the market fell, as well as the South Korea FUD that we had not long ago. As you can see, even throughout all of that, it was just consolidating a bit and wasn't really acting that bad in the grand scheme of things. And now what we saw happen with today's breakout is, for one, we broke above the downtrend line on the RSI. We're coming back up pretty quickly now on the histogram, and the MACD is starting to bounce back. What's the most interesting about this move right here is the price action, because what we saw is not always that common, right? It's actually pretty hard to do what Icon just did today, and that's to break all the way back above the uptrend line. So we're now back to uptrending, back above our previous uptrend line, and that's a very good sign. And seeing how Icon kind of has a history of pretty explosive moves, I wouldn't be surprised to see Icon break back above, its resistance level, which is pretty much the all-time high here at 8,523 Satoshis, this green line right here, and break above that and then put in new all-time highs basically, maybe even tomorrow, but definitely within the next few days, the next week. And we could really see it go over 10,000 Satoshis now. So I think that Icon is going to do very well here. We can already see the Bollinger Bands expanding, which could lead to a pretty big move as well. So I'd say Icon is in a pretty nice position here, and truly a good sign that it was able to get back above the uptrend line. We just want to make sure that it holds above it, right, and that we're not going to come falling back down, but I don't think that's likely at this point. Let's take a look at Roblox now, see what Roblox has been doing. So Roblox is currently consolidating right over here in this range between 160,000 Satoshis and 180,000 Satoshis. And I'll go ahead and put in the short-term uptrend line, which we're now in the making of. So we've got this uptrend line right here, and we also have a bit of a shorter-term uptrend as well right over here. So we'll have to see if we're able to hold these two uptrend lines. I don't think this one over here, the secondary one, will be broken out of, so we should be able to hold the uptrend pretty well. But with that being said, it is struggling a little bit here at this $180,000 because it did get a pretty nice jump, right? A pretty massive jump over the past day or two. And what that means is it had to take a little bit of a breather. Despite that, today is a good market day for most cryptocurrencies. Unfortunately, since Roblox got a big move not long ago, it's just consolidating and taking a bit of a breather. I do think we're going to be moving higher shortly enough. Just realized that we did get a pretty strong move. So now the big resistance level that we're looking at is around that 180,000 Satoshi level. Once we break above that, we're pretty much in the clear all the way up to basically 200,000 Satoshis, but really 220,000 Satoshis will be the next big resistance level. So could get a pretty massive spike there, and we'll see when the Binance listing comes, but I think that would definitely really help Ray-Blocks right now. And either way, we're probably just going to slowly but steadily climb higher here and then get a breakout above 180,000 Satoshis. Let's go over to Bitcoin now and see what Bitcoin has been doing throughout all of this. So it's definitely not been acting bad, pretty much just slowly but steadily increasing here, especially over the past 2 days with some pretty nice green candlesticks. Of course, nothing major, but at least we've got a nice little steady short-term uptrend here, and we're basically crossing over above the orange line as we speak. About to go positive on the histogram as well, both very bullish indications, and the RSI is now slowly but surely starting to uptrend again. So we haven't gotten, a big green candlestick yet, but that could definitely happen within the next few days as the market gets stronger. Either way though, I think we're probably going to hold this short-term uptrend line that'll carry us all the way up to 12,800 Satoshis, at which point that's a big resistance level that we want to break back above. And then we still have the downtrend line, unfortunately, which we want to try to get back above. So a couple more resistances. We have the middle band as well, but we should be clearing those, as time goes on. Probably within the next month, we'll be out of the downtrend for sure, I think. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum now. So Ethereum is in a very interesting position because it's actually acting, a lot stronger than Bitcoin. There's a variety of factors for that, but overall, Ethereum is truly getting some recognition for being just a really good cryptocurrency with a bright future, is the best way to put it. And I might go into a bit more detail on a video on that today, but if you take a look at the volume, very good volume here to support the move. It's been steadily increasing over the past couple days, and we finally got our big green breakout candlestick today. That pushed us all the way up to 1,200 Satoshis, perfectly in line with my predictions in my past daily crypto updates. We're now back above the middle band. That's the brown line right here at $1,138. That helped carry the price all along the previous uptrend, and we're pretty much back to uptrending now. Just need to put in a new high, but that should happen shortly enough as well. As for the indicators, really starting to hook back towards that orange line on the MACD. That's what I was waiting for. The histogram looks good here, and we're back above the 60 line on the RSI. So we may see it consolidate a little bit in this area because there is some resistance here at around 1,300 Satoshis, because that's pretty much back towards the previous highs, right? But I think that within the next month, we're going to be, probably maybe even above $1,500. So I'm not too worried about it, and we should definitely continue to see Ethereum be a leader here in this market. Upper Bollinger Band currently sitting at $1,384. We'll see how it acts really when we get to that $1,300, $1,400 area. But for now, Ethereum should continue to do well, and I expect that to continue even further throughout the year, really. Let's take a look at Litecoin and see what Litecoin has been up to. So Litecoin was actually acting a little bit slower than Bitcoin and Ethereum over the past few days, really just consolidated with some very flat candlesticks, and now we finally got a very clean break out of the downtrend line, which actually lasted quite a while, with a pretty strong green candlestick. That's exactly what we wanted to see. We are facing a little bit of resistance, it looks like, near $190 due to previous candlesticks in that area, but overall we're about to go positive on the histogram, really coming back up on the RSI now and about to cross over above the orange line on the MACD. So I do expect those to really turn bullish, and we do have some resistance with the middle band. That's at $205. We also have that $218 resistance level, but after that, we're pretty much going to be in the clear. Of course, a couple of resistance levels here and there near $275. I'll go ahead and put that one in, but what I'm trying to say is that it's a very good sign that we broke out of the downtrend line here, and the reason for that is it was just holding us back a lot, right? Putting a lot of pressure on the price. Now that's in the clear, and we really just have a few more resistance levels to break out of before we'll really be back to where we were previously, right? So I think Litecoin is looking pretty good here and is finally going to get back into action. Let's take a look at Ripple and see what Ripple has been doing. So Ripple is actually acting very strong here today. One thing that I will point out is we had this flat candlestick yesterday, now followed with this pretty strong green candlestick. And the positives on the Ripple chart right now is that we're out of the downtrend, but we do have some pretty strong resistance levels ahead, right? We got the previous uptrend line, previous short-term uptrend line, I should say, and then we got this one up here, which you don't have to really worry about just yet. But then we have resistance levels at $150, $175. We got the middle band, so still quite a bit of resistance ahead. If we get a strong move, we'll be able to get through those without too much problem, I think. But just know that we may, struggle a little bit, consolidate here and there as we move back towards $2. And, we're slowly but surely coming back up on all the indicators. So definitely getting back into action. Just has a couple pretty strong resistance levels to face ahead. I'm not worried about it, but just know that it could slow down things just a little bit. Let's go ahead and take a look at NEO now, which is kind of in a similar position as Ethereum in the sense that it's just been acting very strong, and even throughout the drop, to be honest. So we've got several green candlesticks here over the past couple days, now really putting in a little bit of a short-term uptrend line, which I'll go ahead and draw in for you. And we'll see if this holds here over the next couple days. It could definitely carry the price up pretty quickly back towards the previous highs, but we're now coming up on the MACD. Still want to see that really get towards that orange line. Slowly but surely in history, I'm coming back up as well, and now the RSI back above the 60 line, which is very good. We're above $145, which is an important support level now. And really, we just have one last resistance level ahead, which is at $167 before making it back to the previous all-time highs. So I think that NEO is in a good position here. It may pull back a little bit when it hits that $167 resistance level, but overall, probably going to be one of the first bigger cryptos to start making new all-time highs again, maybe even with Ethereum. So let's take a look at the next cryptocurrency of the daily crypto update, which is going to be Vertcoin, and see what Vertcoin has been doing throughout all of this. So let's take a look. Hopefully Vertcoin is doing well here. And it looks like Vertcoin is starting to move higher now, really testing that uptrend line. Didn't manage to break above that just yet because we do have quite a bit of resistance in this area with the middle band at $5 as well as the resistance level at $5. On the indicators, we're looking good here. We're positive on the histogram, broke above the orange line on the MACD, and uptrending on the RSI. So it's taking its time, but it's steadily increasing higher, and we'll probably really start to see some action here as we break above $5. I think we're going to get back to $6.36, and then we'll have to see, are we going to manage to get back into our previous consolidation area above $7? That would be absolutely great for Vertcoin. But let's go over now to the next cryptocurrency, which is going to be Monero, and take a look at what Monero has been doing. Monero is slowly but surely moving higher here, just facing a little bit of resistance at $350. I'm going to go ahead and put in the downtrend line on the RSI and see. Yeah, it looks like we have broken out of that today, so that's a very good sign. Also starting to hook back over on the MACD and histogram. Pretty good buying volume to support this move higher. And just facing some resistance, like I said, at $350. There's also the middle band there, so we just want to try to get back above that $350 mark, and we're pretty much going to be back to our previous consolidation. Let's get over to the next cryptocurrency, which is going to be Omisego, and take a look at what Omisego has been up to. So Omisego is currently kind of trying to break out of its channel here. As we can see, we put in this short-term downtrend channel. That's actually looking pretty good right now. I think it's probably going to manage to break out of it, but not 100% sure yet because we didn't get a clear confirmation of that. For the indicators, still a little bit on the weaker side compared to a lot of these cryptocurrencies out there, which means that I would probably wait for confirmation here just because seeing how the indicators aren't super strong yet could definitely mean that we might fail this first breakout here. With that being said, it is possible that we hold this move higher and really come back up pretty quickly towards $20 at that point. Probably would be able to break above that as well if we're ready to get back into bullish mode for Omisego. Overall, though, we'll see pretty much within the next candlestick if we're going to be bullish here in the short term or if we're going to fall back a little bit lower. Lisk is actually not acting great today for some reason. It's struggling with that $25 mark, which is fine. You know, if we consolidate between $20 and $25, that's not the end of the world at all. Probably just waiting on the MACD to come up a little bit higher towards that orange line. But otherwise, you know, we're just steadily trying to gain some strength on the histogram and RSI as well. We just want to make sure that we get back above $25 in due time. But for now, probably going to consolidate a little bit more until we break above that $25 mark, which should really put us higher towards the previous highs again. Let's go over towards Cardano now. And Cardano has actually been struggling a little bit over the past couple days. It looks like today, once again, not acting the strongest compared to a lot of cryptocurrencies. Still downtrending on the MACD, histogram, and RSI. It is what it is. You know, Cardano was a very strong mover not that long ago. It obviously hit a bit of a wall and started to consolidate like most cryptocurrencies do eventually. And it just happens that Cardano is doing it at this time. The Bollinger Bands are still very flat here and are really tightening on the price. It's consolidating between $5,125 and $6,263. Really, we just have to let this pan out, consolidate a little bit more until it's ready to move higher, or maybe things could, you know, possibly get bad and then break below 5,125 Satoshis. but there's no point calling that, right? What we know for sure is that we're probably going to see a bit of consolidation here. We do have a pretty flat candlestick, which could mean that we're going to get a green candlestick tomorrow, but we'll just have to wait and see, right? It's a bit too early to tell right now for Cardano, as it's been in an indecision period. Let's take a look at IOTA for the final cryptocurrency of the daily crypto update, and let's take a look at what IOTA is up to. So IOTA successfully broke out of the downtrend line, now moving towards that $2.63 resistance level, coming back slowly but surely, really flattening out on that MACD, coming back up as well, taking its time here, but on the histogram, and broke out of the downtrend line on the RSI. So the indicators are moving a little bit slowly here compared to certain cryptocurrencies in the market, but overall it's good that we broke out of the downtrend line for IOTA, and we should be slowly but surely, churning through these resistance levels over the next week or two. With that being said, everyone, this is the end of the daily crypto update. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to check out my premium content and to follow me on Twitter for live cryptocurrency market updates. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.